Dímelo, Bo, Dominican York. You thought I was gonna stop, but I came back, man. I came back. My neighbors got to be thinking I'm crazy, man. Anyway, continuing this series of these custom Air Force Ones. Hey, man, I just got to put them out there. I've been wanting to make a lot of these videos. While I'm here, I just need to drop them. While I got a minute, I need to cop them. If you got the dough in your pocket, let's make it rock. So anyway, your Uncle Bo, Dominican York. And by the way, that comes because my first name, I just used my first name. I got that nickname, and it happens to be the first and the last letter of my government name. And then Dominican York is something that I just became fond of because for me, it described who I, in a broad sense, am as a person, right? Born and raised New York City, even though I moved to Florida for a while. Dominican parents, so a lot of native ways from the islands, still culturally in New York City that really influenced the way that you lived your life or adjusted your life at times. And then, of course, you still went to other places in New York, Manhattan, New York City, other cultures. You get to experience it all in New York City, man. There's a lot. I mean, you can. So there's a lot that you can be exposed to and a lot that you may not be if you choose not to or are never put in that environment. So a lot of times we're forced to be in environments, whether it's through work or something else that really causes you to grow. It could be as simple as riding the train to work and then you coming across whatever and then finding out that you love or have a passion for something. You know how it happens. Anyway, back to the shoe, Nike Air Force One, custom by you. This is, again, another 9.5 that I bought right around that 2021 time frame. September, October, probably. We'll look in a minute. But I went with, again, a simple color blocking two-tone, black and olive. This, well, let's start at the outsole, right? I've rocked these at least twice. The last outfit, the pants, these Levi's duck camo, matched perfectly with the green and black. So let's go. These stars are beautiful. I love this shoe, guys. You see where I rocked them, your black bottom, Nike branding, stars at the heel, your olive midsole. And then I went with a different applique. I did this on another shoe, which was my first Nike by You order of recent, probably my only one. I don't remember another time ordering custom, but it was this is probably my second Nike by You. So my first one was this blue and gray with a with sail and pink, blue, gray, sail and pink shoe, which I've shown on the channel. I'll bring it out again, but it had this effect on the leather, and then I went with it this time as well. It looks like it's going to age well. So it's this faux print over the leather. It is still a stiff leather, but it feels good in hand. I use that on the eye stays in black, on the check, and around the heel. And then I went with the olive on the toe box, mid panels, and at the rear heel. Here, and for some reason in this one, they did not let me put my own branding there. So I just went with Nike Air, which was what they gave me. That's the old school Nike Air, I think, that just released on some new colorway that dropped in the last 2 months. Even on the tongue, you get that leather that is with that overlay. And that is a green with black writing on the back as well. It should be made in China, just like the others. And let's go to the production date. 10/16/21. So the gray and yellow and sail color was made at the same time I made these, but I did not make them in the same material. So interesting. I went with this one more time in the black and olive. This shoes are beautiful. Look at that black Dubray. This is a sleeper. This is actually a black Air Force One in disguise. If you guys know what you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. This is a black Air Force One in disguise. It looks unassuming, but if you know, black bottom, these things are indestructible. Will definitely do some damage. You don't see the color on the box that well. The picture may have faded or been in the sunlight, but they don't capture. And I noticed that even on the website, sometimes they don't capture the color of the shoe that I purchased well on the picture. Nike by Bo, 9.5. And again, probably why I haven't rocked these that much, but I did rock them recently to work. Beautiful shoe, pull-out box. And again, if I haven't shown the box that much, I apologize. It does say Nike by You on the box. Before, they did not have my name, my first 2 orders, but then they started to. You don't have to have your government name on there. You could have another name. I think the other one, I did use Bo. I had 2. The other one, I did use Bo, and I did receive a Nike by Bo on one of the boxes. But this is a clean shoe. I'm super happy to have these. Tell me what you got. Let's see, man. We didn't look at... Does have a shoe tree. Again, Nike branding, but shouldn't have anything written on the back. Look at the heel. Should be red stitching. I mean, at the... Yep, red stitching, Strobel bottom again with that green olive lining. I'm super happy with these. Tell me what you guys think. Is this something you'd rock? I would, and I did. These things are tanks. I've worn them twice. They don't even see a crease like some of my other shoes. Don't even see a crease, Lord. This material is awesome. But again, thank you for hanging out with your Uncle Bo. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to find out the next time, please hit the subscribe and the notifications tab so you can find out the next time I drop a vid, which usually is at least 2 a week, but sometimes I get froggy and drop more than 2 a day like today. So today's been something else. I've been getting busy. Hopefully you guys been rocking with me. There are, I think, there's a 4 core out there. There's a 4 horsemen out there that I think are pretty dedicated to watching the videos when I drop. I'm going to assume that some of them are my little brother and my best friend, John. My little brother has the same name that I do, Braulio. And John, I used to call him Hadi when he was growing up, but his real name is John. Him and his little brother, Henji, and his little sister, Yadira. Those are blood to me, so those are family. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I miss you, little brother. Maybe we get Jillian to get us to move to Orlando. That would be an interesting thing. I don't know, man. Leave North Carolina and go down to Orlando. To be discussed. Again, thank you for hanging out with your brother Bo. Que Dios te bendiga.